Live. We're
All
live.
right. Good morning, good afternoon, good day, wherever you are. This is the Bobbi Jo and Sheena show. Two friends hanging out, mindset coaches, and we just have so much to share with you, trying to just form a global tribe where people have a place that you are not being, you're just perfect the way you are, and showing you that there is a freedom and a peace of mind up here, and that it's just your thoughts that are holding you back. So this is all our little tidbits, our knowledge, and our fun facts that we're going to give to you. Sheena, what are we going to talk about today?
Well, I thought yesterday we talked about the like four levels of consciousness. I mean, remember, it's all just a story, guys. So there's not like four levels of consciousness. It just appears that that's the journey that we go through. But what I reckoned was that we go from being a victim mode, life is happening to us, but then we sort of like come full circle right around the law of circulation, where we go, life is happening by me, then life is happening for me, then life is happening as me. And then I think it's sort of, we sort of go, oh, life is happening through me. Then we go, oh no, life's just happening. Oh my God, does that mean life's happening to me again? And so when I did that, and I went, oh my God, it's the circle of life. So, Bobbi Jo, whenever my mum was, was dying, like, think of my mum whenever I was younger, she pushed me around in a pram and she wiped my bum. Then, whenever my mum was dying, I pushed her around in a wheelchair and I wiped her bum.
Mm-hmm.
And a couple of months before she was dying, she reverted to childlike. She would pop in and out and she would call for her mummy. And I said, can you see your mummy there? And she would say yes. And that it just made me see this whole circle of life, that we revert back to being children again. And so, yeah, I was going to go somewhere else with that, but I'll let you in, because really what I see then is that, how I, the title of this is, what's the quickest way to get what I want? And I'm thinking, well, I am is life is happening to me. It says in the Bible, it will be done unto you. So if I say I am and I claim it, and we're not bold enough, are we, Bobbi Jo, to claim I am? We go, oh, I'm lacking in confidence. Well, then say, I am confident. But then things happen. I'll let you pass on to that one. Whenever you start doing I ams, and things just start to shake.
It is that way when you get into the IMs, because it's our authentic self, and there's been so many cultural and family paradigms put upon us. And we see this all the day. So the topic today is the quickest way to get what I want. Well, you know what? What do you want? Do you want what the Joneses want? Are you wanting what your neighbor wants, what your sister wants? Because it's a competition thing. Because when you really get through the layers to find you, the diamond inside and shining, you have to know what you really want. Because I don't want what you want. Sheena doesn't want what you want. So you really have to have that when you first have to know what you want. And that takes a long time. Every single one of my clients, I don't know about you, Sheena, every single one of them, what they start off with in the first 6 months is not what they're looking at the second half of the 6 months, into the year. It's always different, because you don't even know. A paradigm is that habit, belief, behavior, and there's so many layers that other people have stilled upon you that you don't even know who you are anymore. So the quickest way to get what you want is to get really clear, right? Heaven's first law is the law of order, and up here is a bunch of chaos, a bunch of fear, doubt, worry, running around, what she said, beep, 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 beep. Start clearing all that away. It's a big eraser board. Just erase it, people. Just erase it. Feel in here. Drop out of the heart, drop out of the head in fear, and drop into your heart, into love. And then really feel like what that is. And say, why do I want that? And then it's about that. It's the discovery of ourselves and our mind. And it takes a while, if I say that. So it takes a while to really, and paper to pen is the clarity that gets it out of the chaos. And you can really see what you want. And it is a journey. I mean, I can't even work with people for 6 months. I've got to really work with them for a year, because those paradigms are so strong. You've been walking out of your house and walking through that woods in the same path for decade after decade after decade. So how do you get the quickest way? Is to know what you really want and to just be that person that I am. You don't have to try to anything. Sheena's the polo player. She loves that. I used to be a whitewater rafting guide. And I mean, I was a guide. I still am a rafter. I'm driving 24 hours up to Maine this year to go rafting again. Sheena will be with me. But so it's knowing what you want is to just get in there, get into the diamond, to show your authentic self, and then to be in that vibration with it. I know when we first studied with Bob, we couldn't really understand all those vibration. Here you are, and this is what you want, and getting that vibration. Well, like, why don't I get there? And it's just the repetition of every day, just knowing who you are, loving where you are for who you are in the moment. We beat ourselves up so much. I don't know about you, but I did. My friends used to say, Bobbi Jo, you were an abused animal in a former life. I didn't even realize how much garbage I had upon me. So take it away, Sheena. What do you think?
Well, that's absolutely. I mean, that's the message I left you this morning, wasn't it? That I'd realised that sometimes when fear pops up, and there's something major changing in my life right now, because I've using the I am statements based on what I wanted, and like, so say, even just for an example, I am a polo player. So say you'd never played polo before, or maybe you're trying to be a runner, and you think, oh, it's so much hard work to be a runner. Well, just claim I am a runner. And like, that's what I was doing actually this morning, Bobbi Jo. I was just like, I've been sort of faffing around with my running, and I went, oh, sod this. Come on, subconscious. You know how to run. I'm a runner. I'm a runner. Well, I ran 4 miles without stopping. So I was just like, going, why didn't I just do that before? Just claim it. So, but what I'd realized, yes, I'd beaten myself up as well. And that I heard from my little voice within just going, whatever the outcome of today is, Sheena, just, I'm afraid that you're going to, if it's not the way you want it, that you're going to beat me up again. And that's what I did to myself, because you think that you're not attacking yourself, but any thought that is not love, any thought that is not appreciation, any thought that is not gratitude is basically attacking yourself. And I didn't realize that. And the 4 things from Ho'oponopono, gosh, there's lots in this today, isn't there? I'm sorry, please forgive me, I love you, thank you. And I mean, I could absolutely feel how horrible I had been to myself. You think you're judging other people, you're not, you're judging yourself. Your subconscious just picks all that up and thinks you're talking about the world and any trauma in the world. Well, your subconscious thinks that's you and just picks all that up and delivers you that as well. So, the fear, doubt, and worry will come if you do I am. It will come because you're actually asking to change. And that's the thing, we've already done a live before on fear, and that's a whole other live on its own, to be honest. And we will deal with that again. But, understand that if you ask for change, and you ask for change with vibrationally by saying I am repetitively, like Bobbi Jo said, you just go I am, whatever the statement is after. And you repeat it and repeat it and repeat it. I actually used to write it down, 100 times a day. Whatever it was I wanted to understand about myself, and I would write it down because I was determined. You don't need to do that, but it helped me at that time. It helped me feel like I was doing something. But I understand now that the I am statement is the program and the go-to, and it will be done unto you. You don't actually have to do any effort, but you're just going to have to allow for divine timing. And that's where the fear comes in, because this bit here, you can't see it. And then your body's like, well, don't be so stupid. This is a load of rubbish. No, 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 no. Like, do what everybody else does. Well, no, I won't. I don't. There's things that we're doing right now that anybody in their right mind would have run a mile from. And, I'm just keeping walking forward because I see the end and I'm not moving from the end. And so we'll deal with fear, at another time, because as you know, Bobbi Jo, it's a heck of a one. But there is another one on fear before. Have a look.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter because you're going to keep coming back to it. You keep having the same repetitive thoughts every day. You keep taking the same route to school every day. So you need to keep hearing this stuff over and over, which is why we work with people for a year. It is just about the consistency and the repetition over and over to rewire the brain. So we'll talk about fear hopefully every week. False evidence appearing real, because most people out there have fear. They have anxiety because they are reacting to their outside world and they don't know themselves. Because, right, they say 90% of what we're worrying about or have fear about doesn't even happen. So I don't care how many times, it's the persistence of making ourselves grow. If you don't want to be there, but I'm promising you, there's a freedom and a peace. And you know what, Sheena, you said I never wrote out I am statements 100 times, but I think some people, especially like how you did it back in the day, that was a tool you needed to sit your butt down. I always say I need Velcro on my chair. I'm a hard one to sit down and do the work. I'm like, I'm a little hummingbird, people, full of joy. But it is the I am of writing it out is what Sheena needed in that moment. It's a Rubik's Cube. We always have these certain tools. Some work for a while, some don't work for other people. It's just what your belief is. But sitting your butt down and claiming, I am That's pretty powerful. So it worked for her before. Go ahead, but it worked for her before. But persistence is the name of the game. Catching your thoughts, having the awareness, fear. We're going to keep circulating around because it's all the same stuff until you're walking the higher path of yourself.
I tell you what, though, you said about tools and stuff. What I have noticed that anything that used to work for me doesn't work now. The more you study and study and study, it's almost as if, no, you've graduated from that now. No,
Yeah.
you've graduated. That doesn't work, Sheena. And it was just like temporarily. And so the I am appears to be the only thing that works, and that is where you're developing trust and faith. So I
Yeah.
can absolutely honestly say that there is no technique or tool that works for Sheena, because I've pushed them all to the end. But I know why that is, because I know what I asked for. I realized, I was following Bob Proctor. Well, first of all, I was following everybody else, and then I decided to have my thoughts on one person and what he said. So that was Bob. But then I said, well, hang on, who's been the best manifester ever in the world ever? And it dawned on me, and okay, I'm mentioning the Bible again, and I may mention a name here, but everybody is an idea in the mind of this creative intelligence, whatever it
Mm.
is. And he was called Jesus. And I went, he never said to people, make sure you do your visualization. Did you write out your I am statements 100 times, Sheena? No, he didn't. He just went, there's nothing wrong with you, get up and walk.
Yeah.
And I thought, that's how I want to be. That's how I am with the animals whenever I'm doing Reiki with them, Bobbi Jo. Like, I've got no problem with the animals, like legs. Anyway, it's just, to me, it's like little miracles that are happening all the time. And I thought, well, why can't I be that with myself? Why can't
Belief,
I do that with other people? And
belief.
so that's the path I'm on. And clearly, I've been put on that path, well, because I made a decision that I wanted to be a manifester like Jesus. Ask, believe, receive. It doesn't say work your tiny ass off. No, it just says you are given it. It's all yours anyway. And so it's up to you to claim it. End of story. Wow.
All right. Few things as I end on that I feel like at first you were saying like the I am, it's like training wheels, you don't need them anymore. So there's certain things and the tools that you did before were the training wheels. First you started on the big wheel at whatever age you were, then you get on the tricycle, and then soon you're going. But the I am is the consistency. So the I am is the wheels like on the bicycle that are always keeping you moving forward. What else did you say back there? I should have wrote it down. I lost it. It's all good. Yeah, the I am.
That's it. We started this off and we were just going, oh, let's talk about the I am. And they're just going, well, what's there to talk about? Because it's just, I am.
And that's what I said. I know. I was like, it is just I am. And for those of you, as we wrap up here, yeah, just keep tuning in. Just keep tuning in because we go so deep in all of this. And it is just, don't beat yourself up, have that grace, but have that awareness of your thoughts and think, I am perfect. Think about how many times you're thinking, I am whatever. I don't know. There was more to say back there. You took it into a good spot. We'll end with that. Love everybody. That's what we're here. Community. It's all about that. It's all about love, and we are one. And if you don't understand that and think that's a little woo-woo, stick with us a while. I promise you. That's the peace of mind and freedom when you can start to see the little parts of you that I am that are shining out, you'll understand also. So we just wish you a magical journey wherever you're at. Let us know if there's anything we can do to help you. We love talking here. Come in about 15 minutes, Monday through Friday. I think this is our 4th weekend. And we just have so much love and abundance to just see a better, kinder world. It's so much easier to leave people with that impression of increase and help people rise than it is to be negative Nancy's, we call them here. Rah, 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 right? There's enough love. There's enough air. There's enough everything in the world. So let's just help each other rise. And that's why we're here.
Absolutely. And I'll end just with everything. What I have found is everything is love, or an expression of love, or a call for love. And so perhaps that'll be the next one. I don't know. Let's see.
We'll talk to you next week. Everyone have a great day. We'll see you in the next channel.
See you in the next time. Bye.